Yeah. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So, last time, I've given you tips and advices on what to do with your N95 during this pandemic. So, I've shown you some documents, some legal documents, controlled documents that tells you or guides you on what to do for reprocessing or reusing or extended use of N95. For today, since we are given the go signal by our facility to move forward with the sterilization, not sterilization, decontamination N95s, of N95's face mask. So for today, we will unbox or we will do an unboxing challenge of an N95 that I have reprocessed, of which I have used personally. So I will show you later on the video of what it looks like. Okay? So let's go. Yeah, so this is my N95. I don't know if it's correct, but anyway, so according to the guidelines, I tried to follow it strictly. So on the top, since it's mine, I'm in the CSSD. I put the department on it. On the side, my name and the number of use. So for reprocessing of N95, according to the guidelines that the government of Toot has provided, you can only reprocess or reuse an N95 after 2 uses. So after 2, you need to dispose it already. Anyway, there's no clear definition of how much reprocessing should be done or is allowed, because reprocessing of N95 on a regular basis on a real world is not allowed. But since it's the pandemic and most of the hospital doesn't have stocks, so reprocessing of N95 should be done. So this is my N95. So as you have seen, it's already open because I need to pre-evacuate or evacuate the pre-aerate the face mask, because since it underwent Sterrad or VPH, vaporized hydrogen peroxide, VHP, vaporized hydrogen peroxide for decontamination. So I'm quite confident that I could use this one because this is mine. So let's see. Let's see, first thing that we need to see if it's still intact again. So next thing is the test. There is some residual smell that you know that it underwent some process or anything, not unlike the first time that I've used it. There was technically no smell left on the face mask. So what it means, kung merong amoy, for example, nagprito ka, amoy isda, what does it mean? Nagprito ka ng isda. So it means there is a residual smell. So ibig sabihin, it underwent the process. There is a possibility that there is a residual chemical or sterilant within the face mask. But again, this is the 1860 from 3M. This is the approved for reprocessing of approved reprocessing mask for N95 for reprocessing by the government and other bodies, expert bodies. So this is one of the approved one, and they have tested it. Again, what else? So there is a residual smell. So, and hydrogen peroxide, to be frank, I think is a pulmonary irritant. So if you inhaled a certain level of it that it's already toxic to the body, or if you're if you have allergies, or your pulmonary tract is very sensitive, may sensitive because of sa pang-amoy, so then reprocessed face mask is not for you because it might cause you more harm. So for that kind of purpose, what we should do to protect our face mask, again, I have told this before, if the best thing to do is, if you used it, after you use it, just throw it. If your hospital have enough stock, just throw it. Huwag kang manghinayang, hindi ka stockholder ng hospital mo. So you need to protect yourself. That's the primary thing. You need to protect yourself. Second thing, if your facility does not provide with the proper PPEs, especially the N95, so what you should do? So what I would suggest, that it's better for you to extend use it rather than just sending it for sterilization, because technically N95s are not for sterilization. Any N95 that contains cellulose, definitely no. I have seen some N95, but I think I have heard some negative negative reaction or negative feedbacks regarding for de-sterilization, so I don't trust it. So again, I'm not an endorser, but 3M1860 is the most advised or most approved N95 for reprocessing. So as you can see, there is smell, so I don't want to use it anymore. Maybe I will take it home, hang it around the house, or hang it in the hanger for it to be exposed properly to the air. Maybe then again, the sterilant or the chemical for sterilization will be removed. So what else can you do to protect your N95? So if you're in the COVID unit and you don't want your N95 to be exposed to the outside environment, here's what you should do. So put on your N95 with the regular PPEs, everything as you can imagine, and put another face mask on it. This way, your N95 is protected. Another protection that you can do is put a face shield. So this way, you can be sure that your N95 is not exposed to the environment. So this way, you're protected. So if your facility does not provide with the proper PPE during this pandemic, bad luck. Either resign, or if you want, take the risk, because the only way for you to develop immunity is to get the disease. The question is, how strong is your immunity? Do you trust your immunity that you could survive the disease? Anyway, still the COVID-19 is not that fatal. If you want to take a risk to develop immunity, that's up to you. So that's it. If there's anything else, I will add up to this video. Thank you. So in addition, for our CSSD, for the rest of for our facility, I've made the N95 decontamination workflow. I'd like to discuss with you a little bit. So for N95 decontamination workflow, so if you're in the department, for example, you're in the ER, kasi ang nangyayari, kanya-kanya interpretation of kung paano gagawin sa reprocessing of N95. So I made a written document that would guide the nurses and other healthcare practitioners to how to take care of their face mask. So first thing, if you will be sending your N95 to the CSSD or for reprocessing, so dirty workflow, remove your mask properly, avoid rigorous manipulation to avoid creases and folds. Second, check for the integrity of the mask. Dispose if any visible soil, that includes blood or bodily secretion or even makeups. Dispose if any visible wear and tear. 3. Write the first name and the number usage using a marker pen. Don't use ball tip pen as it might puncture your N95. Dispose after third usage. Was it third? Anyway, yeah. So in here, so my bad on the first video that I made. So dispose after third usage. So if you've reached the third usage already, dispose it. Don't send it to the CSSD for reprocessing. So lack of proper identification will be disposed by the CSSD staff. So if your N95, you didn't put identification in, you just put nothing, you didn't put anything, you just put your nickname, or you just put your initial, it will be disposed, because you might have another person to use it, that might use it if it will not be properly identified. So proper identification by the user is important. Put individual face mask in the provided Sterrad Tyvek pouch. Write the department on the pouch using marker pen on the plastic side. Just what I did. So I put the department name on the plastic side, not on the paper side, since the marker pen will be absorbed by the Sterrad pouch. And as we all know, most marker contains lead, and lead is detrimental for the sterilization, since it might adhere to the item that's being reprocessed under Sterrad. Okay. Marker pen on plastic side. 5. Fold the pouch and put it in the plastic box. So we have provided a dirty plastic box, clear box for each department, so that they would send to the CSSD. So you just need to label the clear plastic box with a biohazard label. So fold the pouch so it won't decontaminate other N95. So don't mix your N95 with dirty instrument that is regularly sent to the CSSD. Reprocessing of the used N95 will be done per batch for every department. Secure two clear plastic boxes, one for dirty N95s and the other one for the collection of processed N95s. If the dirty boxes are unavailable, okay, so there will be time that either overloaded, or it's available, or your dirty box will be lost. Put it in a yellow bag, so that whoever is the handler or whoever who will send it to CSSD knows that it is decontaminated. Write clear if the dirty boxes are unavailable, put the N95 in a yellow bag and write clearly the department name on the bag. Okay. If a batch is ready, send to CSSD along with the requisition form. So if your department already has 10 N95, send it immediately to CSSD, because the only legal sterilization for plasma for vaporized hydrogen peroxide is only 10, and the Sterrad system by ASP only allows 10 face masks to be reprocessed per every cycle. Okay, so clean workflow. So pagtapos na yung process, the next thing that you should do is bring the clean box collection box for the reprocessed N95. Once received in the unit, check for the integrity of the mask. Check for the pouch if it was open. If not, open the N95 pouch and let it be exposed to room air for 3 to 4 hours. So that's my advice. So if you receive your N95 and it is closed, so open it so that there will be proper aeration with your face mask, or expose it to the air in a clean air, not in your hospital, because it might just contaminate your face mask. Anyway, it's up to you. I leave it up to you to decide on how you will remove the air in your face mask. Once again, my clear advice: if you have an extra N95 with you, use it. New one. The best thing to do. Okay. If your facility doesn't provide with an N95, buy it on your own pocket or resign, or no. I leave it up to you. I don't want to instill any negative thoughts at you. So hope everyone will be fine, stay safe. So thank you. So whatever that I have discussed on my video, it is my personal opinion. My facility does not reflect on my ATS. So it's purely mine. So once again, before trying out yourself, do a fact check. So study first. Okay, thank you.